My name's Fran. This is my friend Alana.
Hi.
Today we will be talking about reading week 7.
Week 7?
Locality
And
creativity.
Correct.
We will be discussing how a location
Can influence creativity.
The article in the Reader interviews many artists, none of which are performers. And most claim that the location plays little or no part on creativity.
We feel that the level of inspiration by location depends on the medium. For say, an architect in this day and age with global warming and people being environmentally conscious, an architect or a designer is going to look to their environment for inspiration. So like a jeweller, not so much. But an architect or a designer will look to the environment for inspiration.
Thus, like, everyone's going to interpret the environment differently to another. So we can't really generalise this.
My argument here is that a location affects a person directly or indirectly, regardless.
So does the location of a theatre performance limit or influence the creativity of it?
Theatre is a physical art form and therefore it requires space. Theatre needs a location to exist. Things like blocking, set, lighting, sound, all rely on the location of the performance. A performance in a toilet cubicle,
I'm not sure where you're going with this, but I'm going to let you talk.
would be vastly different to a performance at the Sydney Opera House, because it wouldn't be physically possible to have the same level of blocking, of lighting, of sound in a cubicle as in the Opera House, would it, Fran?
No, because you need to have the lighting somewhere. You couldn't put the light
In the
from the
toilet
Opera
bowl.
House on like the edge. No. I've heard.
Different types of performances rely on their location in different ways.
Flash mobbing,
Site-specific.
device pieces.
Yes. The size and shape of a stage will also impact the way in which a show is performed. Like a round stage, going to be
Arena.
different to a rectangular stage. Subconsciously, the mood and atmosphere of a place can influence your creativity negatively or positively.
How does
So
this
the
influence you?
vibes. How are you feeling right now about us sitting in Fran's car booth?
The author makes mention of many of the artists that were interviewed being based in creative hubs. And the reader discusses how this can be both positive and negative because you've got the competition of other artists as well as the support, which would create a higher quality product.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side of that, it means that there's a high output, like a lot of art, and not really enough market for it. Well, I think that there are creative hubs in Tasmania. There are creative hubs everywhere. But I'd say that Launceston was a theatre hub within Tasmania. There's constantly shows going on. So Salamanca in Hobart is a visual arts hub. There's a lot of galleries
Lots of
through there.
hippies.
Hippies, bright colours, their market.
Yay.
But that's all part of it, I think.
We think that a person's identity will impact the way that they view a location. The way a person relates to an area can depend on their cultural background, their personal experiences, their personal views and opinions.
I think the identity of an area, if an area has a historic background, that might affect someone. If a person has their own connection with the area, if they grew up there, they've got their memories there, that's going to affect them and the way that they view it.
And the way the area is perceived locally and globally, like Ravenswood is bogan.
It's associated with being bogan. In conclusion,
To an extent we disagree.
I disagree
with the author's conclusion that location does not play a vital role in creativity.
I think no matter on whichever way you look at it, it is going to play a role, no matter how big or small, whether you notice it or not.
Definitely.
And it plays a role in your
whatever.
life, your lifestyle, how you live.
Everything.
It affects
I mean,
who you are.
we live in environments. Yeah, and we feel really offended that there was no performing artist interview.
Not even a dancer. Thanks for coming.
We should do our questions in real life.
Question time! We want to know your opinion.